So we'll quickly know that what are the daily things we will be using, like daily softwares which were used in the software. I have sent this Teams link, no? So this is the most common like chatting app within the colleagues. So here you can chat with the uh, colleagues who are part of your organization. You will able to search here, like if you search for any people of your own org, like I am working in Accenture, no, I'll be able to see other people who are working in Accenture just by typing the name here. Okay, so this is one thing, and the other thing is it is virtual nowadays. Everyone will be working on their own, but monitor to monitor the classes and how it is going and all, your supervisor or team lead will be always having a look on your teams, so he will be able to see this status. So by this he will understand whether you are available, away, or busy in something, or you are sharing your screen and all. So we'll understand those. Presenting means I am sharing my screen. So currently I have started sharing my screen, so it is showing as presenting. And available means you are not doing, but still you are available and you're being worked in the laptop. And appear away is whenever I close this system or lock my system, it will automatically show that you are somewhere away. And appear offline is something, if you are offline or away for more than like more than 4 to 5 hours, it will show as appear offline. Okay, this is very important. So whenever you log in and start working, no, this Teams app will be automatically opened and it will start working in the background to capture your status, what you're doing and all. And you can change it by manually also. See, I have changed it now, but you cannot change it if you are offline or something, and if you still wanted to show it available, no, it can't. The online statuses will be managed when you're available. So the presenting went and the rest available is showing right now. Okay, and apart from that, to schedule the, like your manager will come and he will tell, okay, you have joined new, I know, for the introduction, can you schedule a meeting with this email ids or this group id, they will tell. So at that time you will be new and you will not be knowing, no, you should be knowing either Teams app or Skype app. Skype was used more oftenly when we were working in the office, but now people started using Teams because whatever the chats we will be having, no, it will be there and it is permanent. We will be getting some cloud storage, so it is very much useful for us to go and track. Like if we have chatted with any of my colleague, like I want this formula or I need some query, can you ping me, means they will ping it and it will be there forever. I can go back and check for that query. But in Skype we cannot do that. Like it will be saved, but every time you go, no, it will be showing as refreshed, and every new chat will be in front, and most of them will be again like sent via the email and all. Those things are like bit disadvantage, and due to some other things, so most of the companies stopped using the Skype also, their license were also revoked. So currently Teams. So my manager has asked to me to schedule a meeting for the introduction. So what I have to do is you should go to calendar. This is movable. Whenever you are in the call, you will be able to see this. And yeah, at 10 a.m., my manager wanted me to schedule a meeting. Today is Friday, so next week we'll try. So Monday, 10 o'clock, no, 10 a.m. You will be able to see each and every hour. So you can schedule it as per the schedule and as per the requirement and all. As of now, I am scheduling a call of introduction at 10 a.m. to 10:30. That was a slot of half an hour. So you have to cross check date which is coming in and time, starting time and ending time. You can prefer any hours like this, but since it is a free trial version, we will be able to schedule for 60 minutes and not more than that. See here, with your current Teams plan, you cannot get up to 60 minutes per meeting. But in organization you will see it is a paid license, so you can have for any number of hours and any number of users also. I am scheduling currently for half an hour, that is fine, and write a title saying introduction which is relevant for your meeting schedule. Okay. And required attendees, here you have to provide the list of users which your manager or someone provided. Or one more thing we have to consider in the offices are, like there will be group email IDs which are like, if you are sending, if you are adding one group ID, that group ID will contain multiple email IDs attached to that. So if you are sending for one group email ID, that means equal to number of users present in that. So that way they will make utilize of that group email id and send it across. If in my team there are 7 members, we will form a group email id of 7 members and keep it away, so that every time there is no need of entering 7 email ids. Rather, one group id is enough. You can enter that. Here it is showing. A similar way you will be able to see who are members of your organization, but not apart from that. Since my name is there, it will be coming, but if I type for others, it might not come. So it does not come. So you have to provide the required attendees, and you even have option called optional. Like in email we will be doing, no, Kruparani is also coming. So, CC, which we do in the emails, similar to that, we can do it here. But yeah, since it is a free trial, I'll not be able to do that. In normal organization, you will find one more column saying optional. So you can do there. And this is for repeating. Since introduction call does not needs to be repeated, no need. If it is a series of events like I have scheduled for you people, I might take like every weekday, that is Monday to Friday, or daily, weekly, monthly, everything can be chosen here. Okay. And you can write the description of the meeting. Whatever you want, you can. And just click on send and you will be sending it. Okay. But in the olden days, what we were doing is when we were working from home, from office, we also used to add the location like conference hall, uh, and so many like room numbers and all we were mentioning, so that people will come to that conference and we will meet up there. Okay. But now what is not required, this is how we will work. So once we send the invite, they will get a invite. So hope all of them have received the invites, no? You will have one option saying you can propose a new time. Like if you are not able to join in, you can accept, reject, everything you can do it from the email which you are able to open. Tomorrow I'll try to show you the Outlook app, how we will work and all. Okay, this is understood, no? Okay, so this is all fine. Then quickly we'll start the yesterday's agenda. So far, what all the things we have covered, guys? Can we recall once? Recent one was we have created object. This is our object. This was our object, and we have also added two fields. One is ID, and the other one is first name. And as part of the as part of the previous class, we were thought of creating one more field, which is last name, and then date of birth, which was present in our one of the Excel. So we'll try to create that two fields also. Okay, new. And now what I have to select for last name? Text. Yes, text, because the length is very less and it is alphabet. Any alphabets we have to search for all these options, and based on that size we can select one of them. And the size is small, so I'll go with only text. Okay, this was the one which we were trying. And label is last name. Length is like 15 is enough, I think. Who knows? And description, anything. And help text, if needed, we can give. And required and unique, all these things we have already got similar. And one more thing which we have to remember is there is no need of creating all these things in our daily life, because as a tester, our part is to check whether the things are correctly configured or not. Like this field has been created or not is our work, that's all. How to create and all is not part of our job, but still some of the people expect us to also create it and all. When they ask have you ever created, you should say not much of the time, but yeah, I also got the chance to create, that's all. Okay, and save it. Okay, and then comes what is the next field which we have to go through? The email one, no? We will create that also. For email, do we have any data type here? Data type is something we have to see the data, what type of data we are getting here. Based on that we have to choose a type in the Salesforce. So for email, do we have anything here which is like email is there? Okay, good. So we have a inbuilt option which is email. So for that it is already validated, such as always email address should be ending with at the rate of. and some of the company name or gmail.com anything. So similar to that, it has been already configured and given to us. We can just directly choose it and use it. Okay. And we are checking for all the profiles. This profile and all we will be seeing in the further classes. And save. Okay. We have added what all the new fields we have added: ID, name, first name, and email ID of student, last name. These four are the fields which we have created. So how we will be able to identify it is with the help of underscore underscore c. Anyone has any doubt by seeing this fields? Hmm? See, this also we only created, but not underscore underscore c. Why is it so? Okay, this is not. Mm-hmm, yeah.
It is a custom field, right? Not a standard one.
Yeah, then custom field should be showing with underscore underscore c,
Okay,
no?
underscores.
Why it is
Yes.
not showing is my question. Because we only modified, no? ID and all we gave. Even though we have created, it is not showing underscore underscore c. Okay, why? Because I said no, there are four standard fields which are provided. Among them, owner ID is we cannot be, it is not editable. Last modified by ID is also not modifiable, and created by ID is also not modifiable. But this name field is there, no? This is always modifiable, but which limits for only two data types, that is auto number and text. Like we tried no yesterday with giving a flower brackets and all. This we tried. We gave like 000 and this and all. That was because that field is already provided by Salesforce. We were able to just modify it, that's all. Okay. That is the reason it is not showing underscore underscore c. Okay. And email field is also added, and what else we have to add it? Year of birth. What we will do is we will have the date of birth total one. Okay. New. Why? Manoj, any problem? Like any technical issue or something? Okay. For the date of birth entering, what is the data type it is?
Number.
Okay. If it is year, yes, you are correct. It should be number. But if I want in place of this year of birth, I want total date of birth. Then it is a data type of similar to date, no? So we
Yes.
will try to see if something we can able to find which is equal to date. Okay, we are able to see these two data types which are related to date. The first one is it is a date which pop-ups with a calendar. We will get a calendar and we can choose from that. And the second one is date and time, where we can choose both date and as well as time. So as of now for date of birth we don't need time. So we'll go with the date. Okay. Next. and next, save. Okay, that field is also created now. So we'll add one more field. I just wanted to show you up one more type of field which we want. So I want one more option for the male female, like gender, but I wanted to give the options also for them. Like we know it is like only there are two options, male, female, and others, so we can give the same. So how we will be able to do is, we have one thing called pick list here. Okay, pick list is, we will get some multiple choices, and from them we have to choose only one. That is pick list data type. But we have one more which is multi select pick list. That means in some of the cases we wanted to show like um, it is similar to select the options which all are apply. For example, how many jobs you wanted to, which all the movies you are interested. So we will be having always like more than one movie in our mind. So at that point of time we can use it. Like we can give a choice of three movies and they can select two to three, like that. Okay, so as of now it is just needed of pick list, and I'll go ahead. Any doubts, guys? And here we will get two options. One is use global pick list value set, or the enter values with each value separated by new line. Global value set is something which is for the all, which is applicable for all the objects. So you will define it previously and you can use it here. As of now, I have not created any global pick list value set, so I'll not be able to pick from them. What I'll do is I'll define it. So for defining, we have to provide the values like male and then comma female. There are three, should be comma. Okay. And do we want our values to be added alphabetically, or it is fine whatever we have added? So that we will see once how it is, how it looks in the UI. If it is required, we will come back and change it. Okay, and use first value as default value. Like if people are in hurry, they might not give like we can have one default value also set, but not in this part, because people, if they are in hurry and they choose to have male always, means that is not a correct one, no. So we are not going with that option right now. Defined in the value set, this is okay, and all is done. We can click on next and next, save. Okay, so now we are ready with all the fields we have created, so we are excited to see our output, how it has been come up. We have to refresh, and this was our object which was created. So we have so many fields added, so we'll see how it is. See, we can see the first name, last name, email ID of the student. I'll try to give Kalpana. See, it is showing me you have entered an invalid format. Because why is it so?
That email format should be ended with at the rate symbol.
Hmm. Correct. Okay, let me try if I can give only this much. Okay, this is also not taking. That means this is very much like fully validated. So you have to remember this. We'll speak about this at the end of this call. The topic is there. Okay. This validation is already made by our Salesforce team. Okay. And date of birth. Whenever we click on this, a pop-up of calendar has come up. So we can give like any number of date of birth. Okay. Now it has taken. And gender. Why is it coming like this? Any idea? Hmm?
When we didn't give in the order, that's why it was coming like that.
Yeah, you're
One
correct.
by one, it will give next.
Hmm. So this mistake we should not do it in our future. So every time we are giving no, we have to provide one by one the other line. Okay, this is one thing. And even after giving also, it might show like male, female, and others. But if we want that to be in a alphabetical order, like F should be the first one and M and then O, then we have to check for that option also in the same one. So we will go back and check for that option, and we will understand how we have to edit the already created field. Okay, all the fields, okay, all the fields which are created by default like in the starting are like re-editable, so we can go back and check for that. So as of now, these are all the fields which we have created. But what I want is, this is not looking good, no? I want first name and last name here, and email id should be here, and date of birth should be there. Will Is that possible? Can we do that? Yes, for that question, yes is the answer, because we can do that also. We will check for that option also. See, this is the format we
That
gave.
that date of birth, only year of birth we can't give.
Yeah, year of birth, if we want, we can select for only number.
Mhm.
So now we have choose the data type as date, and hence we have to provide it in the format of date only. Okay. So once it is created, something has come automatically. What is that?
ID.
Yeah. Who is that?
Madhuri.
Madhuri. Okay. So yeah, we can see this ID has popped up automatically. So that means ID is like automatically generated based on the format which we have given. So while giving, we have provided a format which is similar to, this is editable one, but I'm using like this. Three zeros we gave. That means, and we have to start with one, we have said. So the first number will be always like this. If we give here, like in the format this many numbers, it will start with the format of this one. Okay. How many numbers we want, that many figures we can have. Like if I don't want, I can have only one zero is fine means, then it will start its number of auto number as like this one. Okay. And it will not go more than 9. So we have to estimate the number of records before only, then we have to provide this sequence. Okay. As of now, I'm not editing it. And any of the fields which are already entered. Now, whatever we have created the data, no, this is called one record. Okay, what this is known as? It's a record. We have discussed, no, like in the previous call. After objects, we were creating fields, and inside fields, like not inside, after it fields, we will be creating records. So this is the record. But we are able to see, no, the data is not in the form of which we were expecting. Okay, guys, if we like log out, join in with the same link, and you will be able to come back. Okay, so we are not able to see the data in this format. So, how to get it? Yes, we can get that data also in that format. So, this is for one particular user, that is one record. If we wanted to see all the records together, so this is how it looks. Only ID it is showing, we can configure that also. We will speak about that in like next class, because we will be creating this queue and those things also, list view and all. So by that we will be able to understand and try to increase our number of fields which are shown here. Okay, this is called as list view. As of now this is fine, but we made one mistake, no, while giving the gender. So can we change it? Yes. How to change it? Where should I go now? You take a guess. People are there. Yes, yes. Okay. Tell, guide me, no. So there is something called as here arrow something. So we have to click on this edit. So if we can go to that, we will be able to see all this. Okay. And now what we are going to see is pick list values which were defined were not the correct one. So we have to change it accordingly. Where are our values? Not able to find, right? Hmm? This is the one checkbox which I checked actually. Take a guess. Why is it not showing?
Need to unrestrict the checkbox.
Okay. Now also I don't see any changes here.
Maybe global pick list we have to create.
No, no. Global pick list is an option and that is not mandatory. Like a global pick list is something we will create a few of the pick list values earlier, and then that can be used in any of the object which we are going to use and any fields. But now I want some of the values which are particular to only this field, and that should not be accessible by any other fields. So I don't know how to do it. So we'll see. Okay. What you people will get back to me. I want this answer from you people. You can go back and have a look and how we can get it. So this would be your assignment. So tomorrow's assignment is uh, one email like meeting. You can send it to any of your friends or someone, That teams you have to go through and have a look. And hope everyone have created the application, no apps like Flipkart. Have every has anyone tried it out?
Yes.
Okay, good. So yeah, it is helpful for us guys because we are just having this session for 20 days, and within 20 days we have to capture all the knowledge which is of past 3 years we are going to work. So just to make that understanding clear, we have to work at least one more hour apart from this classes. Okay, just 20 days if we can work hard, then yeah, it is very easy. Like people will be telling, no, 10 standard, okay, this year if we read well we will be passed and everything is easy next. In the same way, we should be in an assumption saying this is the last step, this is the last step. Okay, so this thing I want you people to go ahead and do the investigation and come back for me, and we will discuss about this tomorrow. Okay, not using global value set. Okay, and the other one which I said, no, the way of the fields which were showing here were not that acceptable. I don't like this type of format. I want everything should be like side by side. So that one we will see it now. We have something called as page layout. This is the page layout. Page layout is something we are able to see this page, no, this page, how it should be, where all the fields should be, everything we can decide. So this is how automatically when we create an object, one layout is created, and on top of that we can create multiple page layouts for different uses. That is not necessary right now, but as of now we will just discuss how we have to set the arrangement of the fields in the object. Okay, so this is how it is looking right now. See here, this is our data, how it is having. You can drag and drop it. Last name should be here, no? First name and last name. And I want gender to be here. And then date of birth should be here. And email ID should be here. Okay. So this is how it is. So my format is ready right now. And I'm okay. But I feel date of birth was not correct, no? Gender, sorry, not date of birth, gender. So I don't want this field to be shown till the time we make some changes. So what we can do is we can even hide the fields, but not the required one. So what we will do is we will get this and send this gender to the hider box. Okay, this whichever the fields we will be able to see in this box, no, those all are hidden. Okay, so now gender is hidden but still it is created. Okay, I'm done. So now we should be able to see only this many fields even though we have created one more extra field. I'll do the saving. It is saved. So we'll quickly go and we'll see how it is looking. Mm, gender is still there, everything is there, why is it so? Okay, the page layout has been changed. This is for all the users I have permitted. Okay, so we'll see this tomorrow. I'll come back. Something is wrong. There are so many things will be like associated with this. Profile is the first thing whenever these things happen, no? Which, like, for which profile we have given the access. That thing we have to see for the first time.